Well, it's crappy outside, so I thought I'd try another fun day with my Silverfire TLUD. And what I've done is extended a chimney down, and I'm hoping that this extra chimney will make it work a little better. I've I burned this thing for about 6 hours, and I emptied it out. I got about a quarter a cup of ash. That's what it looks like. I just dumped it out. It empties pretty simple, and I'm going to load her back up and fire it up and see if I can't get less smoke in the garage than I did the last time. Well, I've got some busted up pallet pieces and some cedar bits in there and a little bit of paper. I'm just going to hit it with the lighter. Hope this is one that works. Oh, crap. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to hit it with a lighter that works. Hopefully I don't have that paper jammed in there too far. Well, so far so good. I'm not getting a little smoke. Getting a lot of smoke. Alright, I'm going to let that get going, and I'm going to find something to put on top of it, and then check back in just a minute. Okay, my pot is way too big for the top of this thing, but it's basically doing what I want it to do, which is cover the top of the device, and it's there's a little bit of a gap I can see in there, but it's not too bad. The good news is I'm not getting any smoke that I can see out of it at all. So, other than the lingering aroma that was in here before, I'm in pretty good shape. And just gonna see if I can. Yeah, that's 54, 58. So that's still pretty cool. And this is double walled. That's 53 too. So I'm gonna let that go for a little bit and check on it. The fire, this isn't hot yet, good. Has pretty much gone out. Oh, that explains. Alright, start over. Well, I got the fire relit. She's really humming along right now. I've used a couple of compressed sawdust bricks that are real lightweight. They're like way too lightweight for my wood stove, so they're going to be fun for goofing around in this thing. And I got myself a smaller pot, so I'm going to put that on top and hopefully get a little bit better seal. And I'm going to have some mashed potatoes tonight, so if I get water boiling in this, I'm going to go ahead and make some mashed potatoes. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes, and did a little smoke check outside. Smoke is clear out the chimney, which is nice. I'm not getting any smoke in the garage, just the steam off the pot. And it's already bubbling up, and like I said, it's been about 4, maybe 5 minutes tops, so this thing is heating up with some speed. I got the damper all the way closed, so it's not getting any extra air from there. You can see it, it's hard to see here, but I can see it quite clearly. There's a little gap between the pot and the stove, and fire is really humming along in there, so we'll see how long this goes. Hopefully I can get my potatoes cooked. 3 o'clock, I got my spuds in. Just to give you an idea what's going on. They dropped the water temp down to 189. Temperature on my pipe is 124, and I can't read that, 79. This is double walled right here, so it's going to be much cooler. I can't get a reading on the side of the TLUD because the beam reflects and it doesn't come back. I get the temperature of the table right there. So, but I put my hand up against it. You can put your hand on it for about a second and a half before it's too hot to the touch. So it's pretty warm, but I don't think it's going to start anything on fire. It's 320, and funny, right after I finished the last little bit at about 305, and I shut the camera off, it started boiling right away, although it wasn't as vigorous a boil as this. It was more of a low roll. But I came back and checked on it, and it was really kind of had simmered down quite a bit, so I dropped a couple more pieces of fuel in there and then opened up the damper for about 10 seconds, and that baby responded like a jet engine. So it's pretty cool how fast you can get the fire perked back up in this thing. So at 327 I took the potatoes out. I probably didn't really need to add any extra fuel to it. It's about 330 right now. It's kind of back down to a low boil. If I take the if we look in here, you can see there's a lot of heat still being generated, and I still have a lot of fuel in there, so it'll be interesting to see how long that actually will keep burning. I got the damper all the way closed, and I'm really much happier this time around because I haven't gotten any smoke at all in the garage. And I think the big problem before was I just didn't have an adequate chimney to take the exhaust out of the house. So that worked out pretty good. You got to have a definitely decent chimney, and it's been a lot easier to work with it a little bit lower too. So I don't have to stand on a ladder to look on the inside. But all in all, I'm much happier with my Silverfire TLUD, and he's made the mashed potatoes in 20 minutes, so not too shabby. As you can see, I got a little blackening on the bottom of the pan. I put some soap on there, so hopefully that'll help clean it off. That always worked pretty good when we were doing stuff over a campfire. So if you're going to use the pot on top of this thing, just bear in mind it's going to get filthy, so don't use someone's good stuff.